Okay, this is your guide to one-step equations. So first of all, we're going to just start off with addition, and these are all one-step equations because there's only one thing that you need to step across the equal sign. So in this case, we've got letters, numbers, and numbers. What we want is we want numbers on one side and letters on the other. In other words, we want x to equal a number, because that would be solving this one-step equation. So to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the number, because that's on the letter side. And what do I mean by that? Well, the equal sign here, this is one side of the equal sign, this is the other side of the equal sign. What I want on one side is letters, and what I want on the other side is numbers. So if I just draw a line through there just to show you, okay? So I want to get rid of the 5, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what's the opposite to plus 5. And what I do to one side, I'm always going to do to the other. You may be able to work out the answer already, but this isn't about knowing the answer straight off. This is about a process, so when it gets harder, you know exactly what to do. So the opposite of plus 5 would be minus 5. And what I do to this side, I've got to do to the other. So I'm going to take away 5 from this side. Okay? So now this becomes x equals 15 take away 5, which should give you the answer of 10. Alright, that's that one. Now we're just going to move on to subtraction, and this one here. So all I'm going to do again is I'm going to work out, this is just to show you actually, this is letters, numbers. What I want is I want letters on one side and numbers on the other. So I'm going to do this just to show you. This is one side, this is the other side. I want letters on one side and numbers on the other. Can you just see actually up here that for my final answer, it was always x equals a number. And I want exactly the same here, because we're solving these one-step equations. The opposite to minus 6 is plus 6. And on this side, I've got to do the same. So I'm going to add 6 to that side. Now I've got x equals 4 add 6, 10. So x equals 10. The good thing about these equations is that what I can do is I can check my working to see if I got it right. If I put 10 back here for x, because x equals 10, 10 take away 6 equals 4. So I know this must be right. Up here, x equals 10 again. So 10 plus 5 is 15. I know that my answer for x is correct. Next one we're going to go on to is the multiplying one. So one step, and I'm just using my arrows to show my working. So this means 4 times x equals 20. So this means 4 times a number equals 20. And you might know the answer already, but what we want to be able to do is we want to be able to show our working and get used to the process, so that when it becomes more complicated and I can't see the answer straight away, I still know what to do to get the answer. So the opposite of times is divide, and we divide by 4. The reason why is that this is number and letters, and this is number. What I want is I want letters on one side, this side, and numbers on this side. This is a one-step equation, so one thing is moving, the one thing that's moving is the number. So what I should end up with is I should end up with x equals, what I forgot to do, which is a mistake quite common, is I did the divide by 4 here because I wanted to get rid of the number, and I didn't do it to this side. So this is also divide by 4. So 20 divided by 4 then gives me 5. check it. 4 times 5 is 20. That means that this must be correct. For the divide by 1 here, again, 1 letters on one side and numbers on the other. That's not a number, it's a letter, so let me change that. Right, so again, 1-step equation. Why? Because there's only one number with a letter. And that'll make sense for the 2-step later. What's the opposite to divide by? 6 times by 6. What I do to one side, I must do to the other. Now x equals 5 times 6. Which hopefully you know is 30. Okay? So that's 1 step. 1 step means that one thing, or in this case, one number, is moving across to the other side, so I end up with a letter, in this case x, equaling a number. Remember that you can check it by going 30 divided by 6 equals 5, and if that makes sense or is right, then you know that you've done it correct. So we've covered all 4. We've done addition, subtraction, multiply, and divide 1 step. The next video will be on 2 step.